Hi everyone, it's Norman again with the next part of this course, which is practical teaching methods. Now, teaching methods vary from class, so it depends on who you're teaching. Will it be adults, young teenagers, or toddlers? So let's have a look at this slide quickly. Here we go. So the teaching methods used depends on the students, as mentioned. So for young kids, we need to show them visually because they learn visually. So visual aids plays an important role. So in your classroom, behind you, you could have some visual aids. With young kids, you can even have such visual aids as props. So maybe even little fluffy toys. And when you're teaching them about animals, if you have a little fluffy lion and you're doing the alphabet, the letter L, what animal starts with the letter L, and you can show them and see if they're able to answer you. And you can teach them in that way. Of course, videos is also a brilliant way of teaching, as we are teaching now with this video course. And have fun singing songs or playing games like Hangman. Everyone loves Hangman. And there are many other games as well that one can play. So for adults, we would use news articles. What's fresh in the news? And there is really a great resource, which I'll mention now, but we'll get back to it later. It's ingu.com daily news. The news articles there are really practical, they're up to date. And they have a vocabulary section. And after discussing the vocabulary section, in fact, let's take a look at an example of it right now. Okay, so here we go. Let's just see. I've got Ingu here. So here's ingu.com. All right, and as you can see, there's the main articles. I have some open here. Disney temporarily lays off 100,000 workers. And this is level advanced. So we have exercise 1, the vocabulary. All right, and these can open up and they have more example sentences. They can also hear audibly. So that is really great, you know. And then after that, there's exercise 2, which is now the short article. And then after having your student read the article, in fact, sometimes when reading the article, you may need to read it first. So maybe you read the first paragraph and then you get them to read it after you. However, some students can read very well and there's no need to do that, in which case you get them to read the article, and when they read and they mispronounce a word or the enunciation is incorrect, you can quickly stop them, correct them, and then it can carry on. And in fact, most students appreciate that, especially the older students and adults as well. They want to be taught to say it correctly. They don't want to be embarrassed later. So always remember to correct the students and do it as soon as possible. That is important. Don't wait till after the whole thing's read. Do it immediately. That is the best practice. So after the article, then there's exercise 3, a discussion. So now we actually discuss what are their thoughts on the article, and then it goes a little deeper. So it's great, you know. And in further discussion, exercise 4, if time permits, you can continue. And sometimes there are some quotes as well. So that's the advanced one. And as I said, there are many. Here's one now which is intermediate and written not so long ago. US farm rents donkey to make video meetings more fun. I mean, really, it's really cool stuff. And once again, the structure is vocabulary. Student learns vocabulary, and after that, the article, and after that, the questions. And these are for intermediate. The questions are to see whether they understood what they read. After that, it's then the discussion on exercise 4 and further discussion if time permits. So really a wonderful resource to use and for teaching students. Here's another one, advanced, how poor English skills have caused serious plane crashes. And it talks about 2 really horrible plane crashes. Yeah, so maybe that's not for all audiences. So you need to know the information before you start offering it. I love this one. Would you try the Corona burger during the coronavirus time? Maybe some people would think, no, that's terrible. But after reading this, you'll find it's quite an interesting article. And then once again, you know, it's the questions, discussion, and so on. All right, so for young kids, use visual aids such as props and videos, have fun singing songs or playing games like Hangman, and of course we want to use a lesson plan. Lesson plans are important. So a lesson plan has a stage, something that's staged, and then an objective. What are we wanting the student to learn? What is the focus, grammar that's going to be worked on? And the teacher's actions, what are our roles in this? What will we do? And then the student's actions, what do we want from the student? What is the requirements there? And the TS ratio is really the talk time ratio versus teacher and student. And you always want the students to talk more. Teacher should really talk less. Of course, in some parts of this, it may be required that this teacher talk slightly more than the student. For the first time when presenting the new grammar, so under presentation, there obviously the teacher will do most of the talking, but after that it will swing around. And if we look at the practice, here the talk time, the ratio is 20 to the teacher and 80% to the students. And so this is how we would do our lesson plan. And you will learn more about lesson plans if you do the TEFL course. So we will talk about that later again. All right. It was once again great going through this information and showing you, you know, what we need and the different methods used for teaching. So for children, visual aids is important. Videos, some activities like some interesting games like Hangman. And of course for adults, we're either going to teach them maybe business English, if that's their requirement, business English, or alternatively, we can do news articles, as we saw on ingu.com, which is really a wonderful resource. And there are many more like it. So, that's all for now in this segment, and I'll get back to you soon with the next. So, thank you very much, and see you next time. Be safe.